Dear friends, today we start lesson number 3, that is the current electricity. Now we know electricity is part and parcel of our day-to-day life. So in this lesson, we will study how the electric current is produced, and we have to study the various phenomena associated with it. Now, see, some of things you have studied in the 10th standard also, that was most basic thing. Here we are going to study in detail. Now, see, in this lesson we have to study about electric current, current density, then mobility, okay, then drift velocity, okay, then we study about Ohm's law, okay, we'll see the scalar and vector form, okay, then EMF and terminal voltage of cell, then Joule effect or Joule heat, Wheaton bridge, and meter bridge, and potentiometer and its application. Okay, now we start with the electric current. Now consider, see the cross section of a conductor. Okay, now we know metals are good conductor of electricity. Now see the structure of metal also we know. See that the positive ion are in the fixed condition and electrons are moving randomly. In the space between them. Now, if I consider cross section of a conductor, there is no unidirectional flow of the current charges. Okay, so hence now, right now there is no current. But suppose we connected with a battery. Now we know a battery is a source of electric field. That is external electric field. Okay. Now this is the positive of the battery. Now again the positive charge is in the fixed condition, that is lattice condition. Now this is a positive terminal of the battery. This is a negative. So, because of the attractive force, electron will move in the same direction. So, now if I consider cross section, there is a unidirectional flow. What is the meaning of unidirectional? In one direction. So, whenever there is unidirectional flow of charge through a cross section conductor, electric current is produced. Okay, now see the electric current we define like this. See the time rate of flow of charge through cross section of a conductor is called electric current. Okay. Now see the time rate of flow of charge through cross section of a conductor is called electric current. Now this is the cross section of a conductor. It also follows law of conservation of charge. There is a charge is neither produced nor destroyed. Now in simple definition we say I is equal to Q by T. Okay. Now unit is coulomb per second. There is ampere. Okay. Now see the smaller current we say minus 6 ampere. Milliampere is microampere is minus 6 and milliampere is minus 3. Now this is the value of the current. Now we can explain like this also. At time t, charge Q flows through the cross section of a conductor. T plus delta T, Q plus delta Q cross section, Q plus delta Q charge flow. So in a delta T time, okay, delta Q charge flows through a cross section. So in that case, average current. Now we know this is a symbol for the average. I is equal to delta Q by delta T. Okay. Now for instantaneous value, taking limit delta T tends to 0. Okay. I is equal to delta Q by delta T. So this will give the value of the instantaneous current. Now from this we can find out the charge also. Now we can say dq is I into dt, and if I take integration on both sides, okay, so this is how we can find out the charge also from if the current is given. Now we take a simple example. This can be asked in BSQ. Okay. Now see, suppose that it is given as Q is equal to 3t square plus 2t plus 1. Okay. There is a relation between charge and time. Q is charge and t is time. Now find current at t is equal to 2 seconds. Now see, we know the formula I is equal to dq by dt. So if I take derivative, I is dq by dt. Now t square derivative is 2t. 2t derivative is 2 into 1. 1 derivative is 0. So this will be 6t plus 2. Now this is the equation for the current. Okay. Now if I take t is equal to 2 seconds, t square is 60, 2t is 2 and 1 derivative is 0. Okay. So 60 plus 2, 14. Okay. So this is how we can find out the current also. Now see, next we have to see about the Ohm's law. Okay, Ohm's law gives us the new physical quantity that is called the resistance. So we can say, now see the statement, in fixed physical condition, that is at constant temperature, current flowing through conductor is proportional to potential difference between end of conductor. Okay, now let us say conductor is like this. See, the potential difference is V. current is I is proportional to V. Okay, or we can say V is proportional to I. See, V is equal to IR, then see R is a proportionality constant, or we can say V upon I is R. Now that is called the resistance. Okay, now this simple meaning of the word resist means to oppose. Okay, so we can say the resistance is a property of the material due to which it opposes flow of current through it. Okay, again see, the resistance is a property of a material due to which it opposes the flow of electric current. See, the word resistance is a property, and the resistor that we are going to study in detail is a device. Okay, now so the resistance is a property of a material due to which it opposes the flow of current through it. We have to remember, resistance is a property, resistor is a device. Now let us say L is the length of the conductor and A is the cross section area. See, the experiment shows that resistance is directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to cross section area. Okay, so if I write in a compound variation, R varies L upon A. Okay, now R is proportional to L, R is inversely proportional to A. So if I put some constant here, rho L by A. See, the word rho is called the resistivity, okay, or specific resistance. Okay. Now what we have seen, the value of the resistance depend on dimension. Okay, that is length and area. Okay, so resistance is proportional to length, it is inversely proportional to the cross section area. So R varies as L by A, R is equal to rho L by A. Rho is called the resistivity or the specific resistance. See, the value of resistance depends on the time, a dimension, that is length and the area. But we will discuss again later in the subsequent topic that the resistivity of material depend on temperature. Okay. Now see, the resistance is a property of a material due to which it opposes the flow of current through it. Now the resistance depends on the length, it is directly proportional to the length. This is proved by the experiment. It is inversely proportional to the cross section area, and we have obtained the useful relation R is equal to rho L by A. Okay. See, we have to remember well, the value of resistance depends on the dimension, that is length and the area. Resistivity depends on the temperature, that we will see in the subsequent topic. Now next we have to see the vector form of Ohm's law. See, this can be asked in a 2 marks question. Okay, now just now I talked of resistivity. Rho is resistivity. See, the reciprocal of resistivity is sigma, is conductivity. See, R is resistance. Now we see relation also. Sigma is 1 upon rho. Okay, that is reciprocal of resistivity, and conductance is reciprocal of the resistance. Okay, Now these are useful things that we are going to use now. So then our next question is like this: derive vector form of Ohm's law. Okay. Now see V is equal to IR, that is Ohm's law. See, just now we have seen R is equal to rho L by A. Okay. Now V by L is I upon A into rho. Now see, V by L, see, if we studied like this, E is equal to V by D, volt per meter. Okay, so here D is nothing but length, distance or a length, and see, current density is J is I by A. Okay, that we are going to see later. So here V by E is E, electric field, that is a vector quantity, and I by A is J, that is also vector quantity, and rho. Now see, sigma is reciprocal of rho, so we can say, so rho is equal to 1 upon sigma, E is equal to J into 1 upon sigma, J is equal to sigma E. Okay, so now current density is a vector quantity, electric field is also vector quantity, so J is equal to sigma E is vector form of Ohm's law. Now see, we are going to study 4 quantity in this lesson in detail. R is the resistance. See, the reciprocal of resistance is called conductance. Rho is the resistivity. Sigma is conductivity, that is the reciprocal of resistivity. Now see the vector form of Ohm's law. See, we have studied V is equal to IR. Just now we have seen resistance depends on the dimension, length and the area. We saw that relation also. R is equal to rho L by A. So if I substitute here, R is equal to rho L by A, V by L is I by A into rho. Now we have studied E is V by D, distance or length we can say V by L. Current density we are going to study in detail. J is equal to I by A, that is the current density. See, that also is a vector quantity. We have to make a note of this. So we can write E is equal to J into rho. Now sigma is reciprocal of the resistivity. So E is equal to J into 1 upon sigma. J is equal to sigma E. Okay. That is a vector form of the. Now see, next we have to see about the drift velocity. Okay, that will be our new topic. Now, what is the simple meaning of the drift? Okay, to deviate from the path or to deviate from the path, whatever the original direction, we have to change the direction. That is a deviate from the path. Now here, how we have to study in the conductors. Now see, whenever we say conductor in this lesson, we understand they are metallic conductors. Especially metals, okay, and some of the alloys. But whenever we mean metal here, sorry, conductor here, metallic conductor, they are made up of metals. Now, see, we have studied in the 11th standard the structure of metals. Okay. Now, metals, the positive charge is in the fixed condition, that we call as a lattice condition, and electrons are moving randomly in the space between them. Let us say the electron. We also know that in 1 mole number of electrons or the charge carriers are very large. Okay. Also, this electric field, this charge carrier, that is electron and proton, produces electric field. So what happened? between the charge there is a force. Now consider a situation like this. Suppose an electron from here, let us say this electron, has to move from A to B here. Also recall the property we studied, 1 by 2 mg square is equal to 3 by 2 kBp, that is Bohr's constant. Kinetic energy is proportional to temperature. So the positive charge oscillate about the mean position depending on the temperature. So what happens, suppose an electron want to move from A to B, see it collide with a positive charge, so its path is deviated, then it moves further. So it will not be a straight line, but it will be a uneven path like this. Okay, let us say an electron has moved from A to B in the given condition. Now here we have assumed that right now no external field is supplied. Okay, now see a battery is a source of electric field. Okay, right now we have considered that no electric field is supplied or no external field is applied. Now suppose I connect with a battery. See, a battery is a source of electric field, that is external electric field. So what happened? Charge of the electron is negative, here there is a positive terminal of the battery. So the electron will experience the force. F is equal to QE, or here the charge of the electron is E. Now we also know F is equal to MA. So because of this external field, electron will experience force and it will have accelerated motion. So instead of moving on this AB path, let us say it has moved to AB dash path. We know there is some displacement. Okay, this BB dash here is a of electron in presence of external electric field. And we know acceleration, how we know the equation displacement upon time is velocity. So how do we define drift velocity? That is denoted by V. Okay, that is a effective displacement of electron in unit time in presence of external electric field. Is called. Okay, so we have seen that because of the external electric field, see the electron will experience the force, that is F is equal to E. We are familiar with this formula, and because its path is changed, that is displacement has taken place, and displacement upon time is the velocity. So we can write drift velocity as like this: effective displacement of the electron in unit time in presence of the external electric field is called the drift velocity. Now see, we have to establish the relation that will be helpful to us later on. Okay, now we know the equation F is equal to EE, F is equal to MA, EE is MA, so A is EE by M. Okay, now acceleration is velocity upon time. Now here acceleration we represent in terms of the drift velocity, Vd upon tau. Now this one is new for us. Tau is called the relaxation time. Okay, now what is relaxation time? Just now we have seen about cross section of a conductor and how the electron moves in absence and presence of the external electric field. Now when electron we consider move from A to B, it collide with some positive charge. Then after some time, it has moved to some distance, collide with the other positive charge. Okay, this is the first collision, this is the second collision. Between that time it has remained free. So this time interval between two successive collisions, time interval between two successive collisions is called. Okay. Now we use this relaxation time here. Acceleration is velocity upon time. So Vd upon tau is equal to EEM okay. So this is about the drift velocity and the relation. Now next we have to see about the mobility. Okay. Next we have to see about the mobility. Now we have seen the when the conductor is placed in a external electric field, see the charges or electron experience a force and it has accelerated motion. So that will help us to know more about the mobility. Now this again can be asked in a 2 marks question. Write a note on. Now we have to be familiar with the word mobile, okay, or we are familiar with the word mobile. Now see, in metals current is produced because of the motion of the electron. Okay, they move, they are mobile. So in metal current is produced electron. So they are mobile, means they move from one place to other, produces the electric current. Now in electrolyte that we study in the electrochemistry also, the current is produced because motion of cation and anion. Okay, that is positive and negative charge. And in semiconductor, now we have a separate lesson dedicated to this. In semiconductor, current is produced because of electron and hole. Now this one is new for us, but that we'll study in detail in lesson number 14. Now coming back to our mobility here. Mobility is denoted as mu. Okay. Now mobility we define like this: drift velocity per unit electric field is called. So we define mu is okay. Drift velocity per unit electric field is called the mobility. Now we write unit and dimension of the drift mobility. See, the velocity unit is meter per second. Electric field unit is Newton per coulomb. So we can write meter per second into coulomb upon Newton. Now same thing we can be represented as m meter per second. Electric field unit is volt per meter. So meter per second into, okay, so meter square, that is another unit. Okay. Now drift velocity is a mobility is drift velocity per unit electric field. So mu is Vd by E. First unit we have derived, velocity is meter per second, electric field is in Newton per coulomb. Okay. And so this will become like this. Coulomb upon Newton will come in the numerator. Same way here, meter per second, electric field is volt per meter. So meter will move to the numerator. Meter square, volt inverse, second inverse. Now another unit we have seen just now, we have seen meter per second into coulomb upon Newton. Now Newton we know F is equal to ma, that is kg meter per second square. So it is meter per second into coulomb. Now we substitute the value of Newton here, kg meter per second square. Okay, now we simplify. See, this meter will get cancelled, one of the second will get cancelled, but it will move to the denominator, so it will become, okay, coulomb second kg or CS. Now, see, popularly we call as it is Chennai super key. Okay, now by using this we can write the dimension of mobility also. Okay, whenever we come across new quantity, now it is Q1, T1, M minus 1. Okay, kg is mass, M minus 1. Now Q is equal to IT. Now we simplify, M minus 1, L0, T2, A1. Okay, now one more relation of mobility we have to derive. Mu is Vd upon E. Now, just now we have acceleration is Vd upon tau. Okay, Vd is A into tau. Now we recall here Ma is EE, AE is EE by M. See that I have to substitute here. So Vd is EE by M into tau. Now this value, okay, I substitute here, mu is equal to 1 upon E. Okay, so this is how we can know more about the mobility. Okay, so this is about the mobility. Now, as I told, we have come across four major quantities. Resistance denoted as R, conductance G. Okay, unit and dimension. See, R is equal to V by I, volt upon ampere, that is ohm. Now the dimension, resistance, dimension of resistance, see, volt upon ampere, volt is M1 L2 T minus 3 A minus 1, current is A1, M1 L2 T minus 3 A minus 1. Now see, the value of resistance depend on dimension, that is length into area, length and area. Now second is conductance, G is 1 by R, so unit will be 1 upon ohm. See, if I spell back, resistance will be, unit is ohm, then it will be MHO, just reverse of this. Okay, now this is the unit will be, that we have seen the dimension will be M minus 1. Okay, now there is a second. Now third we have to see is the resistivity. Okay, resistivity is denoted as rho. R is equal to rho L by A. Okay, that we have seen. So rho is equal to RA by L. Now how do we write the unit? Resistance is ohm, area is in meter square upon meter. So the unit of resistivity, or it is also called the specific resistance, is ohm into meter. Now the dimension part, M1 L2 T minus 3 A minus 2, meter is L1, so we can write M1 L3 T minus 3. Okay, now the value of the resistivity, see, the resistance depends on dimension, resistivity depend on temperature. see the relation between resistivity and temperature, okay, is rho is equal to rho 0 1 plus alpha T minus T0. Okay, we also will derive the relation rho is equal to m upon n e square tau. Okay, that how do the resistivity of a conductor or metallic conductor changes with temperature. And the fourth is conductivity. Sigma is 1 upon rho. Okay, so the unit will be reciprocal of the resistivity is called conductivity. So it will be 1 upon ohm meter. So this will become mho meter inverse. Okay, okay, another unit is Simon meter inverse. Okay, now if I want to write down the dimension, we know the reciprocal of resistivity is called conductivity. So the dimension will be m minus 1 L minus 3. Okay, T3 okay, so that will be the reciprocal of this. So m1 has become m minus 1 L minus 3. This has become 4. Okay, so this is about the resistance, conductance, resistivity and conductivity. All four are very important property. Okay, so today what we have seen, what is current electricity, okay, and electric current. See, the current electricity is a branch of the physics which deals with the production of the current and the various processes associated with it. Now we have seen about how the current is produced in the conductor. We have seen the Ohm's law. We also saw the vector form of Ohm's law, and then the four important properties: resistance, conductance, resistivity, conductivity. We also saw how the drift velocity is produced in the conductor, and we talked about mobility also. Thank you.